Hey, it is me, Jazzyspet. Hello, everyone. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and for joining us on this battle today, Frontlines, Boss versus RipU. If you were here yesterday and you watched my channel, you saw RipU and Boss play, they played Rush yesterday. And that was an exciting game. And this game promises to be as exciting. It was fun yesterday. It was activity. It was a lot of activity, and we like that. I like to see a lot of activity. So uh, yesterday was the first time Rush and RipU played against each other. So today is their second battle, and this will be the first time that Boss has ever done any battles on Frontline. So it's going to be RipU and Boss doing a clan battle on Frontlines. I'm sorry, Frontlines. So this is going to be really exciting, really good. I can't wait for the match to get started. I'm going to take a brief break, and I'll see you guys back here on the battlefield. Okay, I am back. They had to reset the server, so we jumped off for a second. And now I'm jumping back on, and hopefully I did this right, and I'm jumping on as a spectator and not as a member trying to actually play, but as a spectator. So this game promises to start pretty much on time, which is really nice. You want your game to start on time. So it's to start around 5 o'clock. They just reset the server. RipU. We are, Boss is playing on RipU server. Yesterday Boss was hosting, and today RipU is hosting. And I'm a little excited to see how this game is going to go. I think it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to take a brief break. This is Jazzyspet. Thank you for joining us. And maybe I won't take a brief break. Let's look at the scoreboard here, see what's going on. Okay, RipU is there, so restarting the round. Okay, so Boss is starting to fill in. Okay, so we can see Boss and RipU moving people around and getting ready to start. Populating the server so we can have this exciting game on Frontlines. Again, this is going to be Boss's first battle, like actual battle playing, clan battle playing Frontlines. Usually you'll see Boss playing Rush, doing battles on Rush. But today, the Boss is going to be playing a battle on Frontlines. It's going to be kind of cool. Alright, round starting. Let's check out this scoreboard here. See what's going on. Alright, so it still looks like guys are populating here on the server and moving people around. So I got a second here to take a real quick break, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hey, it's me, Jazzyspet. Thank you for joining my channel and for watching my channel and for subscribing to Jazzyspet. Here you can see Boss's clan battles on my channel, and I really appreciate Boss for allowing me to broadcast their clan battles. So let's get a little bit into Frontlines. Not that you may not know what Frontlines is. You may know what Frontlines is, but I just want to give you a brief rundown. Frontlines brings kind of a tug of war mechanic to Battlefield 1. So the maps are broken up by a series of objectives, and only one of those objectives is active at the time of starting, and you start in the middle. So in order to advance through these phases, one side needs to capture all of the objectives on the way to the enemy's base. And when one side reaches the other's base, the objectives change. They need to destroy 2 telegraphs posted inside the base. During this phase, the defending team can use the telegraphs to summon artillery strikes. You know that those telegraphs allow you to bring in artillery strikes and everything like that. The second phase ends when the telegraph posts are destroyed or the attacking team runs out of reinforcements. So this is going to be a very interesting game to watch as a clan battle. This is so really exciting, and I'm running my mouth, and I'm not getting you guys in here to see the game. I apologize. I am so sorry. So here we go. Right now we're watching Big Bones. He just got missing off the map here. Over here, check out Captain Destro. Okay, so we see Captain Destro taking people out, and I'm so sorry, guys, that I didn't get you right here in the beginning, but I'm gonna make up for this. So we got RipU, Rogue. You see see him getting some incendiaries in and trying to keep Boss from moving in on their territory. We got RipU, Stelio Cantos. We're following him around for a minute, and then there's Messy Fan playing here inside the game. We got a little line of who's on Boss and on RipU, and I really want to apologize to a member of RipU, and I'm trying to find his name because yesterday I insisted on calling him just the wrong name, and it was terrible. And I was hoping to see him playing here so that I could call him out. I kept calling him a Wookiee, and his last name is Walk, and so I feel so stupid about that. My apologies. Right now we're looking at RipU Rope 88X. You can see he's trying to keep the Boss team from getting that Charlie objective. And so I wanted to get out here and take an overview of what's going on. So again, you can see that the game has started, starts right here in the middle. This is the objective that everybody is fighting over. Both teams are fighting over. You see Steve in the light tank trying to get his team to move in and get the Charlie objective. And let me take a look over here. You can see that the RipU team is trying to make sure that the Boss team does not get this Charlie objective. All right, so that's a pretty good view right there. And it's plain and simple. I mean, doesn't get any more simpler than this. You see the Boss on one side, you see RipU on the other side, you see incendiaries being thrown, smoke being thrown. Boss is moving in, trying to get RipU out of this house, which overlooks Charlie. But again, RipU is trying to move in and get Boss out of this house here. So it is a true tug of war. You can see where both teams are trying to get their people in on some real estate so that they can get in here and get this objective. And it looks like the Charlie objective has been taken successfully by the Boss clan. And guys, bear with me because I have not covered Frontlines before. So let me find us a person to run around with. Okay, so here's RipU Phase Wrecker or Phase Reeker. Looking out the window here and getting some shots in on Boss members, trying to make sure that Boss does not move up. Okay, so here you go. You can see where the Bravo objective has just become unlocked. And we're looking right here at RipU. See the Stelio, or it looks like Stelio Cantos. And if I mispronounce your name, it is not on purpose. I'm looking at the names and trying to get some announcing going and everything of that nature. Boss is in moving in on RipU, and RipU is here trying to hold on to this Bravo objective. You can see that the Bravo objective is in limbo, where RipU is here at the objective trying to hold on to the objective and make sure that Boss does not get this objective. But then you can also see where Boss is moving up pretty steadily to get in and move on this objective. I see a taco bender. You can see Night running through, Kool-Aid Man running through. But also you getting there's a lot of pushback from RipU. Again, you can see it's a clear tug of war. And it looks like the Bravo objective has been taken, because I can see right now where it looks like we're moving back over to Charlie's objective, because it is currently locked and we're waiting for that objective to become unlocked. So I'm gonna move around and get you guys some one-on-one player here. Okay, so right now we're looking at RipU Rope 88X. Just took John Deere out reviving his people. And then here again, we got Stelio Contos trying to make sure that the Boss Clan doesn't move in and get this objective, but Stelio is down. General Cracker just came in and took Stelio out of the works there. So now we got Messy Fam moving in, trying to get a little closer to this objective so that he can have a foothold and have a place to have his team members join in. Looks like Boss is effectively getting Charlie right now. You can see them using this building effectively so they can look over and see the enemy. Here's the Tacular, covering all the bases. You see him checking out, looking out the window and checking around and making sure that he doesn't get taken out. But he did, RipU did kind of ease in there, and looks like he might have stabbed Studley. I'm not sure what happened there, but it looked like FaZe came in and got Studtacular. I hope I said Studley before. Alright, so right now we're checking out the Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man gets some shots in on RipU so that he can move in and get this Charlie objective. So let me take a bird's eye view up here and let's look at the battle. Again, it's plain and simple. It really does look like a tug of war right here. You can see where Boss is moving in, looking at this objective. You can see that Charlie is partially taken, and Boss has moved into this building where RipU previously kind of occupied this building, and RipU is kind of pushed back a little bit. Even though RipU is pushed back, they're still getting shots in on Boss, trying to make sure that Boss does not fully get this objective. But as you can see, it's 3/4 of the way taken. RipU is here in this building, looking over and trying to get a foothold in. But as you can see, that Charlie objective has been taken. So that Charlie objective has been taken by the Boss Clan. And let me move my camera over and follow some of the RipU members over here. I'm following Copenhagen over to what looks like the next objective, which is B. You can see that it is unlocking slowly here. RipU getting a foothold. We're looking at Stained Glass, who's already sitting here on the Bravo objective. I'm also looking at looks like Toker, Rope. So there's Easy Wood, Copenhagen. They're sitting right here on top of the Bravo objective because they want to get a foothold and make sure that Boss does not get this objective. So it looks like in this particular game we're working on time, you know, as opposed to tickets. It looks like we're working on time. I hope I have that right. And RipU just took out Slickest Willie, and Star Wars just took out RipU, but Copenhagen came in and got Star Wars. Let me get us to the next person. Alright, here's a Taco Bender. Right now Captain Destro is in the land ship trying to move in and get some prime real estate on Bravo, because as you can see, Bravo is being taken right now by RipU. It is 3/4 of the way done. And you can see Star Wars and a Taco Bender trying to move in and get this objective. But right now, RipU higher up, RipU Happier Hunter, RipU J Black are right here at Objective Butter. And I can't believe I said Objective Butter, which I rarely say. Bravo. And they seem to have taken Bravo. So it looks like the objectives are pretty much, you know, outlined. We're back here at Charlie, and it looks like Charlie needs to be taken by one or the other. And we can see that Charlie is being slowly unlocked. And let me see where we are. Got the RipU members moving in right here, where they can try to get a foothold on the Charlie objective.
Capture Objective Charlie.
And right now, Charlie objective is currently being taken by the RipU clan. So let me get you over to... We're looking at RipU J Black. We're looking at his view, but right outside you can see where Captain Destro is in the tank, in the land ship, and trying to get some real estate so that he can get his members moving in, so that he can help take Charlie. So it looks like Charlie might be contested right now. Here's a phase inside of the building so that he can hold on to some real estate with his team members so that they don't lose Charlie. And from the looks of it right now, it looks like Charlie is being taken by RipU. It looks like Charlie's being taken by RipU. Now, even though the boss clan is right here, there's the tank right here. We got Steve that's working on trying to keep the tank up. And here you go with the Wiz that's moving in, trying to get some of the RipU members out of this building so that this objective is not taken. And you can see the tide is turning. So right now, the tide has moved from RipU almost having the objective 99% taken to Charlie being taken by the boss clan. That tank is being very helpful. But RipU is using their own tank, their own land ship. Nemesis Macro here, Macro using his land ship to take out Boss's land ship. If you can remember from yesterday, which you may not have been here for the match, Nemesis Macro is the lead for the Rippers, and Steve is the lead for the Boss Clan. Right now we're checking out, we're following RipU's Copenhagen. He was trying to get in there on the objective and get that tank. And RipU's moving it. RipU phase is, looks like he's moving in. And let's get a view here, see what he's doing. All right, so he's moving into the building on the Bravos, on the boss's side, so he can take out the boss members because Charlie is almost being taken by boss. Stelio is trying to flank around and make his way back to what looks like the Bravo objective because the Charlie objective has been successfully taken by the boss clan. So now it's up to RipU. We try to get to that Bravo objective and when it unlocks, try to get that real estate for themselves. But as you can see, we're watching Messy Fan right now, and he's making a move over to the Bravo objective as well so that he can get a foothold and get some real estate and hold on to Bravo for his team. Studtacular looks like he's moving in on the flank as well, not too far from where Messy was, trying to get in here and get to this Bravo objective. You can see the Kool-Aid Man making his move in onto the Bravo objective so that they can get a foothold on this objective so RipU doesn't get the Bravo objective. Now, looking at it, RipU has a firm foothold on the Bravo objective. There, RipU just came in and is holding on to this objective now. As you can see, there's a lot of carnage, a lot of destruction. Any little building, any little bit of coverage has been gone by shots taken and the tanks moving in and just different types of incendiaries being thrown. So there's little to no cover here for RipU to you know, really kind of stand here and hold on to this objective. And as you can see, Boss has just overrun this building, which is behind RipU, and not making it easy for RipU to get this Bravo objective. So let me see what's going on. Okay, so it looks like the Bravo objective was successfully taken by RipU, and we are going to move back over. See, the Captain Destro has his tank. I was looking for his name so that we can follow him around in the tank. There's Stanley, there's Slick as Willie. The Hunter Warriors trying to get in over on the Charlie objective. This looks like Noxinator. Just got taken out by Star Wars. And so his RipU lead, Nemesis Macro, they are moving in. RipU's moving in to try to get a foothold on Charlie. And as you can see, they did get, or they do have a foothold on Charlie right now. You can see that there's quite a few members of RipU overwatching Charlie, and Nemesis Mackerel just got taken out by a boss member here. General Cracker, Blazing to Stay High, Wiz, all moving in as well, and you can see that the tide is turning, and that boss is getting a really good foothold in over Charlie and getting the Charlie objective. His RipU Demurray, I hope I said that right, guys. They just got taken out by boss member Statacular, and we can see Statacular again overseeing and making sure that the RipU clan does not get into that building. He's just destroying them with that oh great, so I'm tongue tied, and it's my favorite weapon. Anyway, you can see Spectacular just destroying them and that building, destroying RipU in that building so that they don't get Charlie. Slick as Willie, you can see from his view that he's making sure that RipU doesn't get in. There's Wisdom from yesterday. He played Rush against the Boss Clan. His RipU's Nemesis Macro, who just moved out of the land ship because the land ship is being used as a spawn for the RipU clan, which that's a smart move. You have to get your spawns wherever you can get them. And let me raise up a little bit so that we can see again. Look at these buildings. You see this carnage. You see the ruin. There's very little protection for either of the clans at this point. It's just an all-out brawl, and I love it. I mean, the activity, the shooting, the back and forth, and right now Charlie is half done, half taken by the RipU clan. So my camera is not moving as fast as I like it to. There you go. Alright, so let's take a look over here, and we can see that the Boss Clan is moving in, trying to get this real estate back from RipU. RipU is holding on to this building. There's quite a few members of RipU over here. Wisdom and bodies that's falling out from the top of the building, and there's a lot, again, just a lot of activity going on. And let's take a look at this objective. Looks like the objective is being contested, and their boss is moving in to try to get a foothold on this Charlie objective. Now there's 18 minutes and 52 seconds left in this game, and not a dull moment. As you can see, not one dull moment. Again, pieces of the building coming down. Fighting on the left, fighting on the right. We got RipU over here. They look like they wiped out whatever few boss members that might have been in this building, and then RipU is taking over this building again. Although Charlie still has a little sliver of red where boss is trying to get a foothold in here and get this objective. RipU is also trying to get some foothold in here and hold on to this Charlie objective. You can see that there are a lot of bodies around, and the medics are definitely being kept busy on this particular map. And I failed to tell you guys what map we were even on. So it looks like this first map is Amiens. I apologize. This first map is Amiens, and or is it Amiens? Amiens. And let's get you some player view activity. So Copenhagen hiding by whatever little piece of junk he can find so that he wouldn't get shot. But Big Bone got him out of through the building and shot him at his little hiding spot. We got FaZe moving up, and RipU is being pushed back because Boss did manage to get that Charlie objective. And again, you can see where FaZe is hiding behind that little piece of artillery there, and John Deere just came in and got FaZe. And we got RipU Rope starting to move in on the Bravo objective. So we've got RipU moving in, we got Celio moving in on the Bravo objective, keeping an eye so that they can have a foothold on the Bravo objective. Stelio just took the Kool-Aid Man out. Let's see what we got going on. Messi, Stud Tackler, and Slick as Willie making moves over to the Bravo objective. Slick as Willie was trying to get up a team member, but RipU was not having that. Wisdom took Slick as Willie out while he was trying to revive a team member. Hunter Warriors just took Stud Tackler out with the one shot there with the trench gun. Okay, so Hunters is back up. Stained Glass again. So let me take you up above on the Bravo objective, and again, just RipU has taken the Bravo objective. They got RipU has a good foothold on what's going on. I'm sorry if I'm hesitating. I'm trying to give you guys all the information that my eyes can possibly take in. Buildings falling apart. Steve has brought the light tank in, and Captain Destro is going to work with Steve to try to move in and get the real estate on Bravo right here. And Boss has moved in on this Bravo objective. So we got you can see John Doe, a taco. John Deerdo, a taco vendor, Blaze It to Stay High, Big Bone, just total coverage by the Boss Clan for the first time here in the game on the Bravo objective. There was total coverage on the Bravo objective by RipU, but right now you can see that there is complete coverage right here on the Bravo objective by the Boss Clan, and it looks like the Boss Clan is going to be able to hold on to this objective, and they just got it. They just got that Bravo objective. That is an exciting moment, I'm sure, for the Boss Clan. So as you can see, B, C, D, and E have been taken by the Boss Clan. Well, they start out with their own set of objectives, but they moved in and got B and C. Messi running around, being the medic doing the most, getting his people up. And again, you can see the smoke. I'm gonna get up a little higher and take a look at this map. And again, forgive me guys for not knowing the map that well. I don't often cover the Frontlines battles, and I'm really excited about everything that's going on. I just want to kind of see everything. I want to be, you know, a camera for every player, but that can't possibly happen. So Steve is holding on to the light tank, and it looks like he's gonna begin to move in on that tank and get over to this Alpha objective so that his team can move in and hold on to this real estate to get this Bravo objective. Now Boss is moving in behind RipU, and I say behind based on where my camera is sitting right now, but RipU is right here. We're in new territory. Let's move through these trees, and as you can see, as I get a little higher, this is a very narrow corridor right here. There's not a whole lot of opening going on as we saw with Bravo and Charlie. So this little corridor right here is a little narrow, and so it's easy to really get the opposite teams blocked. You know, you can easily block them this way, or it looks like you can easily get a team block this way, because again, this is a very narrow corridor. So with RipU having moved into the buildings, it looks like RipU took the Alpha objective, and we are now moving back to the Bravo objective. Okay, so we're moving back to the Bravo objective, and RipU is trying to get this Bravo objective back under their belt. That's really what they want to do right now, is get this objective back under their belt. But as you can see, I'm looking at this map, and the map looks good. You see that Boss has moved in again with that light tank. Bone holding on to the tank and helping. Bone repairing the tank and making sure that Steve stays in the tank to provide coverage. Studley was just shot in the back by Happier Hunter here, who seems to have flanked around and got Studley. DeWiz, medic, got Studley back up on his feet. Studley knows where Happy Hunter is and went back to exact his own revenge. Well done, Mr. Studley. And we got Rain here, right here on top of the objective. And as you can see, this objective is successfully being taken by the Boss clan. So looking at FaZe throwing that dynamite out the window, but they are still, FaZe is being pushed back. FaZe is being pushed back. And we're checking out Messy Fan, looking at his view. Messy saw that Jay Black was underneath that stairwell and just took him right out of the equation. Studtacular picking up a little ammo and getting ready to move in and get this alpha objective. 10 minutes left in the game. Promise you that the game will be exciting, and it is. Kool-Aid moving in, getting a little flank going on, moving in behind his fellow teammates. Studtacular, Slickest Willie not far behind Kool-Aid. And right here, Stained Glass, RipU, Stained Glass, Noxinator, Nemesis moving in because they want to get their feet on that alpha land. So let's take a look up again. Very small corridor right here, very small. I'm going to take it up a little higher so that you guys can really see the battle. Like I said, it's a really small corridor right here to get A. Very interesting place to put A. So I should imagine the buildings will start dropping soon enough. Trees will be down soon enough so that Boss can get in here and try to get a foothold and get alpha. But RipU wants to make sure that they do not allow Boss to get in here at all. And as you can see, RipU has moved in and got their land ship and taken advantage of this very narrow corridor. This is a good place to be to hold people back, but it is also a bad place to be should anybody be dropping mortars, because you'd have a hard time kind of moving in and out of this little location with a tank. A smaller tank would have been easier to maneuver, but I do understand RipU's choice for choosing such a big tank. Is also a spawn location for RipU. That's a very smart move. As you can see, RipU is currently taking this alpha objective. Trying to get a little closer so that you can see that the alpha objective is 3/4 of the way taken, looks like. So let's get in here and we can see that RipU's Nemesis macro is inside the tank. Looks like he's driving the tank and trying to hold on to that prime real estate right there with that tank, using that tank to get his team members to spawn in. He's got higher up, he's got Celio in that tank, Wisdom and Lakers Nation doing some overseeing over the alpha objective so they can hold on to this alpha objective. Illest Toker, got it right, Illest Toker, from RipU, Demuri, all of these guys holding on to the alpha objective as best as they possibly can, because they do not want to lose this alpha objective to the Boss clan right now. And again, as you can see, it is a very narrow corridor. However, the buildings are starting to come down. That is going to give way to a lot of cover that different teams were using to make their move on this objective. Bravo, I'm sorry, Alpha is taken successfully by the RipU clan. All right, so now there's going to be a push to get back to the Bravo objective. 7 minutes left. I promised you that this was going to be an exciting, fun-packed game. Frontlines. Tug of war is not even a strong enough word for what's going on, because it is back and forth, back and forth. Studtacular recognized that these guys are moving in for the kill, or moving in trying to flank in behind his team, and RipU came in. RipU Lakers Nation, Illest Toker, Demuri did manage to take out Studtacular, Messy Fan, and John Deere. And
capture objective button.
I'm gonna move in so we can see what Copenhagen is doing. Copenhagen in this building using the using the shotgun to get some kills in. And it looks like, yeah, it does. It looks like Bravo is about to be taken by the RipU clan. So let me get this camera up, guys, so you can see the fight. Again, buildings just torn all to shreds. The medics, as you can see, working overtime in an effort to keep their teams up. Boss has a really good presence here on the on the Bravo objective, but so does RipU. RipU has a really good presence here. This is a really good fight, a really good back and forth between the teams. It looks like RipU is getting ready to take this Bravo objective. There's that little sliver left, and RipU has retaken the Bravo objective. So that Bravo objective was being held for a few minutes by the Boss clan. They did hold it for a few minutes, and now we're moving back over to the Charlie objective. All right, so here's Stelio making sure that Boss doesn't move in and try to flank them. Messy, Studtacular, Kool-Aid Man moving in so that they can get over to the Charlie objective. Slick as Willie moving in. Okay, so it looks like Slick as Willie might be doing a little sniping, because you can see where he's dropping some flares so that his team can see the opposing team coming in on Charlie. Charlie right now is being taken by the Boss clan. Get this camera up in the air so you can see some movement between both teams. All right, so we're looking at the Boss clan coming in to make sure that they get this Charlie objective as soon as they possibly can. And looking around, looks like RipU has taken their place inside this torn up piece of building, and Boss has taken their place inside this torn up piece of building. Everybody's flanking, and it looks like Messy may have moved in behind and kind of got out some of the members over here on the RipU clan. But then again, the RipU clan is moving in, of course, and trying to get in behind the Boss clan and get them moved out. Right now, taking a look at the map, there's a lot of Boss members right here at this Charlie objective. Yep, there's a lot of Boss members here at the Charlie objective, and the Charlie objective has been successfully taken by the Boss clan. Here's Slick as Willie, got his sniper rifle going, just took out RipU's Jade Black. And let me see who we got here. We got RipU Hunter Warriors sitting here in the Bravo objective, waiting for the Bravo objective to become unlocked so that his clan can get the Bravo objective again. There's Noxinator on top of what is left of a shell of a building, and Nemesis Mackerel. You can see John Deere Doe moving in from the Boss clan. Looks like he might be taking the long road around so that he can try to get in and get a piece of this Bravo action. His General Cracker throwing on his gas mask because there's gas being thrown around. DeWiz moving in, trying to get this Bravo objective as well. But as you can see, right now we're looking at Wisdom, and RipU is inside this building. And you can, excuse me, I done got tongue tied. I done got a little thirsty. RipU has moved in. There's Stelio, Nemesis, Hunter, Stained Glass, Rope, all trying to hold down this building while they take this Bravo objective. It looks like, yes, it looks like RipU did take this Bravo objective, and now we are exactly 2 minutes and 14 seconds into this game. No, I'm sorry, we're not. Oh, forgive me, guys. There is 2 minutes and 5 seconds left of the game. We're not 2 minutes into the game. There's 2 minutes, and this is a 2-minute clock here. Moving back over to the Charlie objective. Boss here on the left side of this objective, only because that's the way I'm holding my camera, but RipU is trying to move in behind Boss. Excuse me, trying to move in behind Boss and get this objective. Y'all give me a minute. I'm gonna take a little sip of some liquid. Alright, let's get back into the battle here. Alright, so RipU has brought in the heavy tank. RipU has brought in the heavy tank, and as you can see, we got RipU, Jade Black. It looks like Messy Fan was in the process of moving around, and Kool-Aid Man was moving around and getting the flank. Messy just got his partner up, and they are moving around to the back. But right here you can check out FaZe is moved in and got the two boss members that were trying to flank around. RipU is trying to get this Charlie objective. 44 seconds left. Here is the heavy tank sitting on this on the objective for RipU, and here is the heavy tank with Captain Destro in it. Both tanks doing a major battle, trying to make sure that this middle objective is taken successfully by the Boss Clan or taken successfully by RipU. And as you can see, the tides have turned. That tank is down. The heavy tank is down by RipU. Captain Destro still holding on to the heavy tank for Boss. And as you can see, Charlie 6 seconds, 5 seconds into going towards the end of the game, and it looks like the game is a draw. I tell you, that was exciting for me just to be broadcasting the game. That was a good game by both teams. There's a draw here on the very first game. Y'all give me a break. I'm gonna go get some liquid as I'm a little thirsty. If you are just joining in, I really want to thank you for joining my channel. Here you go. You got Nemesis, Hunter, Stained Glass, and Noxinator as the best squad. Congratulations on being the best squad. Congratulations on that draw. And I'll be right back. Hey, it is me, Jazzyspet. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you for watching the Boss versus the RipU Frontlines clan battle. I hope you watched that first battle. That was way exciting stuff. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching. Let me turn this down. I don't want you guys to hear me in stereo here. Okay. All right. Okay.
To the objective.
All right. Okay. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Everybody that's watching. I just turned on my YouTube channel here, so I'm trying to read comments and you know, talk about the battle and everything. Okay, so we are at Ballroom. If you're just tuning in, this is Battle Front 1 Frontlines with RipU versus Boss.
Here's some ammo.
As I said earlier, this is the first time that Boss has ever done a battle on Frontlines. And It's been a really exciting game. As you can see, RipU's down, Roke is down here working on getting the objective, and I need to go to the scoreboard because the teams are mixed up, as you can see, because there's a few RipU members on the boss's side and a few boss members on the RipU side. So hopefully they'll get that all taken care of soon enough. I hope that they've noticed. So right here we have RipU, ABC. Okay, so RipU in here inside the ballroom taking Delta, and RipU Illis Token working on Delta, and then I see Slick as Willie and Night Night bringing in the horse so that they can get the objectives again. So let me go back to the scoreboard. Okay, so we can see where the teams are starting to move their players around so that we can know which team is taking what objective and why and all that good stuff. So there you go. There's Wisdom, there's Night Night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up above this, and looks like it's a little quiet. It's either quiet or I just don't know what I'm doing. So let me go back to the scoreboard. Y'all bear with me. Okay, so yeah. Well, so it looks like everybody left the server, which is best. That way, you know, there's not, because there's a mix up and, you know, there's not, oh, well, this team was taking that, but it should have been us. So it looks like everybody left the server, and they're going to populate the server again. So we're going to give them a few minutes. I'm going to get some liquid, and I'll be right back.